What is up, everybody? I'm back with another fucking video. Bro, I swear it's just boring. Mystar here to help you become a Mystar of your reality, or maybe even better than a Mystar, because at the end of the day, fuck those words, fuck those concepts. Those are rather freaking lies. We don't want to listen to it. Don't fall into the lie, bitch. Because at the end of the day, and no, I'm not talking about lie as in love and light. I'm talking about lie as in information. Don't get lost into concepts, love. There you go. That's a little practice. Also, we're currently in Libra moon, so it's about finding balance in your emotions and the way you feel, balancing the way you feel with others. If you're a Libra moon or if you're a Taurus, sorry, actually, let's just stick to Libra for now. If you're a Libra moon or if you're a Libra in general, you'll be experiencing things the most this time. So people might try to take advantage of you during this time. So be aware of that. As well, Taurus too, that applies to. People might be trying to take advantage of you during this time, so just be aware of that during this current moon transit. But other than that, or you may be the one taking advantage of others, or having, especially if you've got a Taurus or a Libra moon. But if you're like a Libra sun or a Taurus sun, then people might be taking advantage of you during this time. So being conscious of that, being aware of that will help you to keep a leg up and don't let that shit affect you at the end of the day. So yeah, Libra moon, bringing balance to our emotions, feeling balance in your emotions. How balanced are you in your emotions? Are your emotions balanced with the other aspects of your life? Those are the kind of shit you'll be thinking about, or writing, like the kind of energies you'll be situated around during this time. So, also because we're in Virgo Sun, it's all about rituals, routines, and patterns. So, hey, so if you are in a routine or a ritual or a pattern that you don't like, now is a good time for you to put more routines and patterns that you do like. So start a routine or a pattern that you do like. Stick to that on a day-to-day basis. Can I ask, please, what do you want to ask? Any messages or guidance for the collective? If today I went to a job interview at a municipality, will they hire me? Hmm. Let's go. I'll pull one card for you, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing just straight questions in the comments in the future. But since you're one of the only people that's commented, I'll oblige for the time being. So today you went to a job interview at municipality. Will they hire you? Will your job hire you? I want to also say, as a preface, even if they don't hire you, that does not mean that you lost an opportunity. Try to switch your mindset so you're thinking that you gained the opportunity. Everything's a tool for you to use. So, Queen of Wands. So, Queen of Wands is oh, Queen of Wands is tied to the feminine energy. So there's definitely a possibility that they will hire you because it's more related to the receiving end of things. So let me pull another card to see. The Lovers. So um there's there I will say there is a chance that they won't hire you with the Lovers coming up and facing to the left. There's a chance that they won't, but make sure you keep a positive mindset and instead of overthinking about that outcome, try to think as though that you've already got something, you've already obtained something. Because as long as you keep that mindset, then you'll be able to attract that job regardless. And even if you don't attract that job, you attract one that's even better. But if you're in that mindset of, oh no, actually, if I don't get this job, blah blah blah, like you're already creating shit in your reality for you to experience. So just allow yourself to experience it. Let go of your expectation, and you'll be more in harmony with that. So you'll be able to actually land that job, if not an even better one. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. And yeah, I would say that you've got a pretty good job, chance at getting that job. All right, I'm going to move on now. All right. Any messages or guidance for the collective today on what is the energy that we're experiencing in the collective today? What the fuck is the vibes, as I said in the title? What the fuck is the vibe? Thanks for the advice. No worries, I hope it helped in some way, but at the same time, what's it called? Just depends on whether or not you apply it. How did you come across my channel, by the way? So Seven of Pentacles here, the seven, so someone's separating from a situation, separating from some kind of circumstance or situation. You're no longer relating to a certain circumstance or situation. So this can play out negatively or positively, depending on the individual. But you could be separating from a positive situation and going into a negative situation. You could also be separating from a negative situation and going into a positive situation. Now, Pentacles does not always mean situation. It can mean person, place, thing, job, even. So you might have as an example, let's say you might have a job now that you don't like, right? So now this card is like an indication that you're developing some kind of energy to be able to separate from that job that you don't like and jump into a more of an energy of something that you do like that does resonate with your true state of being. So then we've got the King of Pentacles. So this is an indication that most likely it's going to be something that you do like. It's going to be something that you have more control over, that you're more able to be the king of. So in reference, if you're still watching this video, Maximiliano, and this is resonating to you, I would take this as well, based on your question that you asked me about your job. So, because the Pentacles can be related to job, but it's also just not exclusive. It can be related to people, places, things, anything in the material realm. So, the energy of someone is separating from something old, an old situation, coming into something new, and developing what's it called? Developing a more stable foundation for themselves. Because King of Pentacles, that's more of a stable energy. Someone who's more got their bearings when it comes to their pentacles. They know how to delegate and organize their pentacles. They know how to practically make sense out of the things in their reality. But in order to get there, you have to separate from something first. You have to separate from a delusion, a concept, an idea that's holding you back, something that might be blinding you, a situation that you might be holding on to and trying to grasp onto. But if you realize that you actually need to let go of that situation, the moment you let go, then that's when the situation will start to pour into you as your energy. Because when you're not letting go, you're just pushing out fumes into the universe. And if you know, everything bends in from the mental to the physical. So any emotion or thought you add the fuel to, that's the fume you're pushing out. So the universe only speaks in vibration, frequency, and I'm pretty sure it's like, but the universe only speaks in energy, vibration, and frequency. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that too much, but at the same time, when you are, what's it called? Thinking that the universe is going to respond to your thoughts, because the universe is not a human. It doesn't sit out there and speak and talk to you, you know what I mean? But if you go outside and you feel the environment, the universe. You feel things. You can feel the air. You know, you can feel the water. You can feel. So we know that feeling is more tied to the internal. So if you want to tap into the internal or the universe, the internal of the universe, and be more in alignment with that, so you can manifest and communicate with the universe, which is not actually technically communicating, but it is a form of communication. Then you have to use your vibration, your energy, and your frequency. You can't just say, "Oh, I want this, so then I'm going to get it." Because now, what are you saying though? You're saying, "I want this," right? But the energy and the vibration and the frequency that you're pushing out is the energy of wanting. And if you want to manifest a certain reality for yourself, you have to align with that energy, right? So if you're aligning with the energy of wanting, then you're just going to constantly realign yourself to that wanting again. And then you're going to, like, you're slowly switching the tracks to go towards the wanting space rather than if you keep yourself in a space of, no, actually, I'm fulfilled. I have everything I need. And even if I don't have everything I need, I will obtain it because I know I trust in my own ability to be able to go out into the world and obtain said things. You know what I mean? So it's about having that mindset first. Otherwise, if you don't have that mindset, you're setting yourself up for failure in the first place. Because then you're going to go for it and you're going to be discouraged because you have a certain outlook or perception of how it's going to be, or you wanting it, you know. But as soon as you let go of that wanting, you know, now you're in the space of, oh, actually, I've got everything I need. So what do you think you're going to see in your reality the next day and the day on and so forth? The more you put time and energy into that, the more you will start to see little bits of things that you actually fulfill you that don't leave you in that wanting energy. So now you're going to be able to manifest more of those things. But if you're constantly in that wanting energy, then you know you're only going to go into that wanting space. So this is why, you know, if you pay attention to a certain thing, like if you start thinking, like, I don't know if anyone's ever experienced this, but have you guys ever experienced when you're literally pissed off, right? And then, like, all of a sudden, after you're pissed off, you start to find more things to be pissed off about? That's because of the same concept I was just talking about. You're in that state of being pissed off. So you're adjusting the tracks, like not actual tracks, but spiritual, like mind, mental, spiritual tracks to go towards that space of being frustrated. So now you've created like a little pathway for yourself. Where do you think you're going to go? You're not going to go to the other place that you literally just got rid of. You got rid of that pathway, you know, you're going to go right to the pathway that you created. So you need to go back into the mind, create a new pathway for yourself instead of being frustrated, you know, oh, okay, at the end of the day, you know what, that pissed me off, cool. But I'm not going to let myself dwell on it, you know, like, or whatever you need to do in order for yourself to overcome that feeling. Now, boom, the tracks have switched again. Now, don't get me wrong, once those tracks switch, they're still every now and then going to switch back because you've still created that pathway. It's like those little, how those little train tracks have those, like the diverging track, the V point, still going to go back to that other side, right? But you just need to go back to the freaking thing and just take it back, switch it back on, and then you can realign yourself back onto the track until eventually one day you might not even go back to that track. Or you might go back to that track and you might look at it and you'll be like, I don't even care. Like, I'm not even pissed about that anymore. That used to piss me off, but like, I don't even get pissed about that shit anymore. And that's another way of how you can tell, oh, okay, I'm doing a good job with building the right pathway, the right tracks to go where I want to go from my destination, you know, because it's individual to you. Sorry about the freaking long tangent, but the cards can really get me going when it comes to talking. So, any messages or guidance for any more? I want to get some more details. So, what kind of what kind of energy is the collective in relation to that? Like, what's their reaction? What kind of space does that leave them in for? Because we just talked about separating from an old space, getting into a new job. So, someone's getting getting a new situation, separating from an old one and developing a new situation. So how do they feel? How do you guys feel? The Eight of Wands. So in some ways, you're transforming the way you feel. You're transforming your emotions. You're transforming your expression. You might also feel like more creative, more passionate kind of energies, because the Eight of Wands, the ones with passion, is going for what you want, you know, striving for the goals and stuff that you actually really want to go for, or expressing what you want, or basically fire is related to like an action kind of energy as well. So when it comes to the eight, that's transformation. It's like eighth house, behind closed doors kind of shit. So you've got some kind of passion deep down about the situation. So whatever you're separating from to develop a new situation, it's giving you some kind of passion, some kind of motivation, some kind of fire within you, right? This could play out negative or positive. So you might be getting passionate about the wrong shit to the point where you're getting frustrated and angry, right? Or you may be getting so passionate about something that it's leaving you feeling heavy, because you've got so much passion, but you don't know how to exert that passion into the world. So these are examples of how you can, what's it called? Bro, sorry guys, I'm just trying to freaking view my channel. Sorry. Examples of how you can actually. Sorry, I lost my train of thought of where I was. But yeah, you get examples of how you can exert your passion. I'm just trying to share my video. Sorry about that, guys. I really wanted to do. I had an idea, but I couldn't do it today. But it's always shit happens. I should really put some more preparation into that, but I wasn't thinking too much into that concept of it. So whatever. Now, with the star as well, the star is talking about some kind of unique, because it's related to the Aquarius sign, so it's related to individuality. It's also related to Uranus, so it's like a change, oppositional kind of energy. So you may feel like the way you're reacting, you may be feeling like a strong passion to go for a change, or to just change something up, to switch something up, to transform something, to let something go. So you're feeling this reaction of wanting to go for something that's more individual, more related to your passions, more related to the true state of being that you like to resonate with. So that's how one way of how you can how you guys are reacting to this situation during this time. So pretty good freaking energy that you guys are in, I will say. Like you guys are definitely on the path to transforming and changing your life for the better, I will say. Because I always read both the positive and the negative. I don't like to leave out, like, especially our people that are struggling, you know. I want to include those people in the reading too so they can get some form of guidance. But generally, this reading's been pretty positive. So I like that. That shows that whoever's watching is on the right track. You guys are doing really, really well. Messages or guidance on how you guys can be in more alignment. Yes, we got 4 cards, bitch. Yes. Your ass got 4 cards. Okay. So the 5 of Pentacles, honey. We got the 5 of Pentacles. That's the first card that came out. So with the 5 of Pentacles is flashing out or starting to manifest or bring out or bring into the physical your envision of how you want to see your situation. So what this card is telling you, so whatever situation you've gone through in order to separate and in order to dump into a new situation and for you to feel these passions to go for what you want to go for, to be an individual, you know, it's telling you to flesh out this situation. So whatever actions and sort of rituals or day-to-day routines that you need to do in order to bring it into reality, start to enact those, because you've already got the vision, right? Now you're using the vision, the 5, which is the fifth house. That's like your creative vision, the something that you are entertaining or something that you are entertained by. But it's also just related to you manifesting your vision into the physical reality. 5, it's like creating that seal so that like the 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5-pointed star, right? If you don't know, the 5-pointed star is the body. So you've got like your 2 points here, and then your 2 points down there, and then your top point here. So that's what the 5-pointed star represents. So when it comes to 5, that's you creating like a body, creating a vessel, creating a vehicle for your vision to come into reality, for you to be able to see that shit. So what kind of shit do you need to do? What kind of situation do you want to see in your reality? And then what kind of shit do you need to do to actually make that situation come in? And don't start like, don't overwhelm yourself with, oh, well, I need to do this and this, this. If they're so unattainable that they're holding you back or weighing you down, focus on something a little bit more obtainable for yourself so that you can actually go for something that is, that you can go for. And, not to say as well, don't be docile, because at the end of the day, you create the thoughts and feelings. So if you're creating the thought and feeling that something's unobtainable, remember that you're pushing that out as a few. So if you want to experience something different, you need to push out a different fume. You need to fume something different in the universe. Stop fuming, pushing out the same kind of emotions, the same kind of concepts, because then you're just telling the universe, oh, I want more of this. I love this. I love this experience. You might be feeling deep down, oh, actually, no, I hate this experience. But the more you dwell on it, that's the universe's way of saying, oh, you like this? Okay, let me give you some more. And not even in a shady way, because that might sound sarcastic, but genuinely, like, this is why people manifest a lot of shit that one of the reasons to why people manifest a lot of shit they don't like, because they're stuck in that state of being, and then you become fixated. You create so many thoughts and feelings, then you just created this whole world for yourself based on like a branch of 2 different thoughts or feelings. If you just kill those first 2 thoughts or feelings, get rid of those first 2, you'll see, oh, actually, a lot of this shit was a delusion that I just created for myself. Holy. But it takes you to actually do that for you to see the example in your reality. So then the second card here, we have the Knight of Cups. So you are Knight of Cupsing. Knight of Cupsing. So you are with the Knight of Cups. A knight is someone who defends something, right? They're a protector. They wear like a shield of armor. They're strong. They're like freaking protect the king or whatever the heck, And then the cups. So the cups would be like the king. So it's like your emotions. So some kind of, what's it called? Being protective of your emotions in some way, shape, or form. Protecting the emotions that you've developed for you to be able to get to this point, for you to be able to feel the push to be an individual, for you to be able to feel like you can finally separate from the circumstance or situation that you've just come out of. So protect that emotion, protect that feeling. If any other thought or feeling tries to tell you, tries to come in and say, actually, no, you're not good enough, or you shouldn't be an individual, or you can't separate from the situation, whatever the concept or the thought may be, protect that feeling of you can, you know what I mean? Keep manifesting more of that feeling of you can. Don't focus on it so much that you start to make it heavy and impactful, because then you're going to make it like it could play out negative in your reality, where it may be something that leaves a distaste for that situation. So just protect that energy so that no other thought, no other concept can bat that down, because you've manifested a good space for yourself to be able to feel confident, to be able to feel like an individual, to be able to go for what you want. So you need to protect that space for yourself, protect it with all your might. Be the Knight of Cups, protect your emotional space, protect the things that you're relating to and you're connecting to. And not to say, if it's a negative thing that you're protecting, don't protect that. But this is when we're talking now, because I asked the question of how can you be in more alignment. So there's are ways that you can be in more alignment. So, and then we've got 2 more cards as well. So with the one of the cards, we have the 6 of Wands. So with the 6 of Wands, this represents, what's it called? 6 is like a routine or a pattern or a ritual. Virgo energy, 6th house energy. We're in Virgo sun right now, so that's good as well. How you can utilize that, create some kind of routine or pattern, start acting and expressing some kind of routine or pattern, even if it's a small one. But just set a time for yourself or a time frame for yourself to do something on a day-to-day basis. This is how you can be in more alignment with the as above alignments, or really as below, but that's a whole nother video. But you can be in more alignment with the Virgo sun during this time, and then you'll be able to manifest more positive energies because you're like in harmony with the Virgo sun. So if you create like a routine or a pattern, and because it's wands, it's something that's like you're passionate about, or something that you need to express and put out there into the world, right? So it could be a routine or pattern about your creative talents. Like you may want to do your creative gift every day, or put in a certain amount of time for your creative gift every day. Or you could maybe want to put in a certain amount of time for, what's it called? Expressing yourself, expressing your authenticity. Or you could want to put more time into like fiery things in general, like imagining and envisioning a more positive outcome for yourself. So instead of spending time putting thoughts and feelings into outcomes that you know will bring you down, you know, imagining and envisioning more positive outcomes for yourself so that you can manifest a more positive reality. So envisioning that concept in your mind of what you want to have, and then feeling that you have it, resonating with that state of being. You already have that shit. So feel that shit, honey. And the more will and conviction and faith and belief that you put into that, your 3 superpowers, faith, belief, and imagination. The more of those you can put into that, the more you'll actually see, because that's you putting energy work. The more energy work you put into it, the more you'll see in your reality. So, now, with the 2 of Pentacles, we have the 2 of Pentacles here as well. The 2 of Pentacles talks about either a decision that you might need to make, a financial decision, a decision on a situation, a decision on whether or not you want to relate to a certain person, place, or thing. So you're deciding about whether or not you want to be relating to or developing a connection with something in your reality more. So being decisive is basically what this card's telling you. Be decisive about how you're going to go about these certain things, because keep in mind as well, if you're indecisive, then you're pushing out more fumes of being indecisive. So the more indecisive you are, the more of that energy you're going to push out, and then therefore you're just going to end up creating more of that reality for yourself. So be decisive, guys. Don't be in that indecisive energy. And it's not about making the right decision all the time. Sometimes, you know, it is, but the right decision is really more related to what's right for you rather than what's right in the grand scheme of things. The whole concept, like the broader concept of what other people are trying to portray as right or wrong, is really just a man-made concept at the end of the day. And that man who made that concept did not live your life. So how is that man supposed to know what's right or wrong for you when you have your own path, you have your own individuality? So that just makes no sense to be able to follow another man's concept of right or wrong. Like let's say a man made a concept of being right or wrong, right? Let's say all of a sudden, like let's say he's like an upper class, he's like a rich, like maybe he's a king or whatever the fuck. But he's writing a bunch of stuff and saying this is right or wrong because of X, Y, and Z. But he's only lived the life of being a king. So how can he sit there and say that it's wrong to do X, Y, and Z when he's never had the actual opportunity to experience what it's like to go without X, Y, and Z? You know what I mean? So like, as an example, like for him to say that it's wrong to steal but yet he's never actually experienced in his life feeling like you have to steal because you don't have enough, you know? So really think about those concepts when you're actually adhering to those concepts of right or wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's more about what's right or wrong for you. And then you'll be able to make a better decision for yourself. Because if you're so cooked up in what's right or wrong for the world, mate, I'm telling you right now, you're going to sit there for a while trying to make a decision. You may come to a conclusion, but you may even regret that conclusion, or you may feel like certain doubts about it. But at the end of the day, it's you, you know, what's right or wrong for you. And that's where you'll be able to find that inner compass and be able to utilize your intuition on a more better scale. Because then you're not focusing on the external, you're just focusing on, okay, what's right for me in my situation right here, right now. This is what one of the reasons why people say, be in the present moment. If you're constantly thinking about concepts and ideas of other people in the world that they've created and they've pushed out, do you think that's being present? No, I don't think that's being present. And I also don't think it's being yourself either, because you're constantly letting those concepts live rent free in your mind, and you're not even allowing yourself to experience and be in your true state of being as of this moment right now. But if you let go of those thoughts and those concepts, oh, actually, I see those concepts, but I don't adhere to them. I don't let them have any power over me. Then you're just like, oh, you're just like a free flowing spirit. You just know exactly what to do. You got all the intuitions. No, I don't know about that, but you get the idea. Like, you're more in a free state of being. You're not so restricted by concept. So, any other messages for the collective? Collectively, I'm gonna pull maybe like 1, 2, 3 more cards. Any other messages for the collective? What do you guys wanna know? Messages for the collective on what should you guys stay separate from? Separate. What kind of energy should you guys separate from? Because we're all about, I was like, alignment. I was like, what's the energy? Okay, now what are we separating from? What are we cutting off? What are we burning? Get the burn book. No. So, believe in the impossible. Stop doubting yourself. That's where you need to separate from love. You need to stop doubting yourself and stop doubting your ability to be able to manifest and fit in your reality. Stop doubting that what you want can actually come true. Because that doubt, you're pushing it out of the field. You're pushing it out into the universe. The more you push it out, the more you're going to see it in your reality. So stop doubting. Push out more different films, the opposite of what you think. You might feel like you can't get this job. Push out that energy. You got this motherfucker job, bitch. And even if you don't, a better one's coming for you. Even smexier one that's like more in tune with you. One that they don't even ask you to go to work that much. They just motherfucking want you to come in once a week, and then they're happy. Okay, so you guys got bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. So you may need to could be two ends. You could need to separate from a more hateful energy, or more angry, or more frustrated, lack of love kind of energy. Or you may need to separate from being too loving, being too compromising, especially if you're a Libra or Taurus during this time. You may need to separate from being too loving, from being too much of a compromiser, so you can actually set up a proper boundary for yourself and not get used by someone else in your reality, right? That's one way. And then surrender to the divine. So either you're restricting yourself and you're limiting yourself in your mind, and you need to separate from the limiting concepts in your mind. Or if you're on the other end, and take what resonates, leave what doesn't, go. If you're on the other end, you literally need to stop surrendering, love. Like, you surrendered too much, and you actually need to start doing shit in your reality. You need to start acting. Because, like, this is like giving, like, kind of like this side of the card, at least, not the other side. This side of the card's giving, like, it's giving that kind of energy of like, oh, like if I just sit by and like, wait or something, then like one day the situation will come to me. But like sometimes you need to enact things in order for the gears to start going. You can't just like sit by forever and then just think that one day it's going to come to you. Sometimes you need to enact things and stop surrendering and stop waiting for shit and just put it into practice. Put it into practice in your reality, which is all about what Virgo moon or Virgo sun is right now. Putting something into practice. What do you want to see in your reality? Put it into practice, love. Put it into motherfucking practice. Okay? And that's the motherfucking vibe for today. So if you enjoyed the reading, please, I don't even care. I was going to say, please leave a like or a comment. No, I don't care. If you want to leave a like or a comment, that's up to you. I'm just here to do the video and give you the reading. And if you want to come, if you want to watch my other videos, or if you want to like it, that's you. So yeah, hope you guys have a great time, day, or wherever you are. I actually wanted to sit here and chill, but I think I might just start another video instead of, because like, yeah, it's all good and fine to be chill, but like, I kind of wanted us to do a separate video for some reason. Normally I'm not like that. Normally I just do it in one video. Anyways, see you soon.